What is up, YouTube? I am back again with another custom. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know if you feel like I could have done something better, or let me know if you like the vid. All right, so today I will be doing an amazing custom on some white infrared 6s. These right here. So let's get into it. Alright guys, so the first step to this custom is going to be prepping the shoe with nail polish remover and cotton rounds. You're just going to want to rub the surface lightly with the cotton round to get off the factory finish. If you don't do this, the paint will have a hard time adhering. Beach color for this custom, so I use natural paint as my base, and then I use gold and a few drops of light gray. I've never seen the Don C Beach shoes in person, so I actually matched the color off of images off the internet, which is extremely hard, but I had to make do with what I had. For the next step, I'll actually be painting the tongue. Now for this, I used a mix of 60% Don C Beach paint and 40% GAC 900. The GAC 900 just helps to keep the fabric soft, but it does need to be heat set afterwards. I also added a few drops of duller to help matte out the paint. For the next step, I'll be using red vinyl tape from angelusdirect.com to tape up the midsoles. In some cases, I did use an X-Acto knife to trace the tape for a cleaner job, but please remember, if you do a crappy job taping, you will pay for it later when you do touch-ups. For the next step, I used about 70% flat white paint with about 30% Createx Colors adhesion promoter. The adhesion promoter basically just helps the paint to stick to the midsole. If you aren't using an airbrush, there's no need for too thin, but if you are, I recommend too thin and straining your paint. That way it'll catch all the dried paint particles and you won't clog your airbrush as easily.
Instead of staying the same, cause I see better days ahead of me, I paint them on the page, then I save them for the rainy ones. When anger and the anguish wanna hang around, I say them out loud and complain to them. Figure I'm made to live and haven't gone that far, but I made it here. So if there is a God, I give thanks to him. Then I take the pen and make amends again. The only way I know to repent, I know somebody's listening.
Dear God, I'm so thankful for you keeping my plate full. The struggles, heartache, pain, the progress, and the breakthrough. Every single track has made who I am to this day. Through this page is the only way to paint you. But lately, it's like my soul feels counterfeit. Scared to pick up the pen to see what the hell might come out of it. So God, grant me the serenity without giving the christening. Cause all I ever needed was a beat and people listening.
The airbrush that I'm using right now is called an Iwata HPC Plus. It is really a great quality airbrush, and I got it from ChicagoAirBrushSupply.com. Remember, you don't need an airbrush to do this custom. If you only have paintbrushes, then just go through all the steps with the paintbrush. The same rules apply.
As soon as I wake up, good morning, I'm gonna change my ways. Instead of rotting away and plotting my grave, hiding in a bottomless shame. I found a way to fight my way out and see the light of day, and proud to say I took the safe route, but there's a price to pay. They like to keep my name in their mouth and tell lies on me. What you see is what you get. Truth in the flesh, homie, you can do the rest. I'm through with trying to prove myself to you. I'll see you when you wake up, hope the feeling is mutual.
Now for artists and musicians, you see the targets to listen to the heart and then scripted with no margin, no limits, to make the pain, strain, sun rays a part of the picture and convey it in every shade and take it farther and vivid. They're gonna say what they say, they barge in the vision, and whatever the DJ plays, they market the gimmick. But I got a path to follow, and the longer the distance, I realize I'm already awake. I'm just starting to live.
Okay, so for this step, I'm just going to be using adhesion promoter and applying it to the heel tab using a small brush. I see a lot of YouTubers just straight up paint the heel tabs, and that's not a good method because if you scratch the heel tab, the paint just chips right off. For the next step, I use 2 coats of scratch resistant sealer by Raleigh Restorations as my finisher. It's really thick, so feel free to thin it out with some water. I'll be applying 2 coats of Angelus matte finisher. I definitely recommend adding some duller into your finisher because it usually has a glossy tint to it. And I also recommend drying your finisher as soon as you spray it or apply it with a paintbrush, because if you let it air dry, the particles in the air will settle onto it and you'll see it in your final coat.
80 plus carbon land area. G is how I carry it. Been in it for miles, don't believe as Darius. Running this beach like chariots of fire. I aspire to be higher than these superficial layers. The attire I acquire comes to grip by your pliers. I'm a ball out and die in Maryland, letting bias. Apply a sire to my name. You ain't know I'm royal. I'm oil from slick talk. Yeah, trip off that oil. Toying with girls, feelings low. Forgive me, I need healing. I know you say this wrong, but I long to make a killing. Hit the bong and hit the ceiling.
It up for this video, guys. If you're interested in any of the materials I use in this video, I will leave all the links in the description down below. I know that the color was slightly off from the actual Don C Beach shoes. I had to make do with what I had. I think they still came out great. If you're interested in getting a custom done by me, make sure you DM me on Instagram at ChrisCustomKicks, or you can email me at that email address. I'll try to reply within 24 hours. Remember to leave a like, a comment, and remember to subscribe. We're almost at 10K, working hard for it. All right, I'll see you guys next week. Peace.